Hello, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm working on a traveler's notebook layout titled Megiddo. I'll be scrapping these photos, and I'm working with a digital version of the collection Transatlantic Travel by Carta. This layout is based on sketch number 35, which is a silhouette cut template that is available as freebie at MistyHilltops.com. And there are a number of freebies available for download, so if you haven't done it, go check it out. So I have a bunch of paper strips that I just want to layer across the page from top to bottom, and these strips will go across the 2 pages. This is a 2-page spread from a traveler's notebook layout or a traveler's notebook size, and so the strips will definitely go across the 2 pages, but I want to make sure that most of the photos will be on 1 page each, and so I'm mindful of where the line is that goes through the middle. Here is my cardstock strip to check and make sure that that is the case. And after I have layered everything in place where I think I want it, I start gluing things down. Now, before I glue down the papers, I usually run a card along the edges of each paper just to give it a little more dimension by roughening up the edge. And I do that with every straight paper. I usually don't do it with my circles because the circles I use dies for, and the scalloped strip there for the scallop part of the strip, I also didn't do anything to roughen up the edge there. That works just fine. Now, every time when I adhere something across the 2 pages, I have to be careful to make sure that I align the 2 pages so that they're in the right place before I actually glue this down. I can move things around a little bit with my glue, but after a short time things just stick and I won't be able to move it around too much. And the tricky part with this is that there are a bunch of papers that it just doesn't go in order, so I have to be mindful of which paper comes first as far as layering it from bottom to top. And so for example, this lighter paper strip doesn't come in the order from top to bottom when you look at the page, but it goes in a different order because there's a paper underneath that yet still, and so I have to glue that down first before I put down the other ones. So all of this is obviously planned out in a silhouette studio file, so I have the layout ready there and I can just refer to it as I put this page together. And I just clipped the papers to the papers of the template and then just cut them out by hand actually. And that scalloped strip, I just use one of my dies to get the scalloped edge there. And so that's an easy way. Now, if you don't have any digital papers, but you still would like to try your hand with one of those templates, you can just use any of your other papers that you have and just use the template to get the right size there. Either cut your papers with the silhouette or just get the sizes from the silhouette studio file and then just trim it by hand. So that's all possible. Even if you don't own a silhouette machine, you can still use these sketches. And anyway, these sketches are also perfect to use on any other page size that is not a traveler's notebook layout. You could use it for a 12 by 12 or any other size that you want to use it for. You just need to resize everything to fit a different size. That's the beauty of these templates. So now I'm ready to start to put down some embellishments. Now the kit, the Traveler's Notebook, the Transatlantic Travel collection comes with a bunch of ephemera, but it's mostly tags and word art pieces, and so I like to use some of my stamps to add some more embellishments there. So I stamped a bunch of just stamped a bunch of stamps onto craft paper, and then I used my dies to just cut them out in nice shapes, and then I just put those on the paper as well. And here I'm still looking. I have more embellishments and ephemera on the side there, and I decided to take a different to use a different piece of embellishment there. And then I have these flowers. Some I cut out with my silhouette, and some I cut out with some of the dies that I have. This title is created with one of my alpha dies, and so now it's just time to glue it down, and then I can glue down all the other elements there. And on the side you can also see that I have a bunch of word strips there, and these word strips I make myself. You can also get these word strips on my blog, mistyhilltops.com. There are a number of different word strips. There will be fall, autumn themed, there's a garden themed, there is a winter or Christmas themed, so go check it out if you want to use those word strips. I like to use them. I print them out on cardstock and then just trim them to size, and then I use them on my projects. So I'm still, after I have put down the title, now I'm ready to put down the elements there, and I have to also pay attention to the order of things there. You see, I couldn't have put the photo down before I put the background down, so I have to always keep in mind what comes first. And so here are some more embellishment pieces that I am clustering, and I like clustering. Oh, by the way, that one piece of paper that looks like a road map or something, that actually isn't from the Transatlantic travel. It comes from a different digital scrapbooking kit. Now you see with that strip of paper, I see where the cut line will be in the middle, where I cut the 2 pages apart. I paid attention with the letters at from the title where that goes, but I didn't mind that from both photos there will be a tiny edge that will be cut. So it'll cut into the photos, and that's what I was doing just now. I was using a toothpick and added some more glue behind these photos because they will be very thin strips, and I might not have paid attention to it when I first glued the photo down, that strip, that tiny strip on either side of the photo, that it will be cut, and so if it's not glued down well, it might just come off. And so I was already taking measures to avoid that by adding some more glue behind those parts of the photo. And now you see me add the word strips. I usually have more than I actually end up putting down on my page, but I just like to have a selection that I can then use and pick and choose from. And so I'm adding the word strips, but I also still have a few of the embellishments I think that I need to glue down. I think there should be a flower still that needs, yeah, that one is still moving there. So but I'm still looking whereabouts I want to put that flower, and there's still a small piece there that can go there, and then I think I have most elements that I want on this page. There's a few more things, and I'm looking for places where I can fit them, if they can still fit on this page, or if I call it quits. I think this is this page done. Oh, I noticed I haven't glued down this paper strip there, or word strip there, and that needs to go right there. And then I guess I decide I can still add another word strip. So the 2 more word strips that I had sitting there on the side, I decided to still put those there as well. And then I usually flip around my page because I can use the back side there to see where I can cut. It gives me a good cut line, and so I use that side to cut through my page. Now it's a little tough because there's lots of papers layered, but this is my page done. I'm going to leave you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for stopping by.